Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. What I'm doing today is I'm finally changing the SSD drive in my OMEN laptop. This is the OMEN 15 DC0030NR. I got this about the end of January 2018. So it's almost 3 years. This came with a 128 gigabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive. The 128 is incredibly small, especially when Windows is installed on it. So I knew from the start I was probably going to have to change it because it was going to run out of space pretty quick. I'm not totally out of space. I have a little bit, but I think I only have about 15 gigabytes left. I'm not really into gaming. I liked everything about this, especially the RGB keyboard. And I have this on here too. This has really helped. I got this off of Amazon. But it keeps, just the keyboard, the dust off of it. Went ahead and got the HP SSD EX950. It was a toss-up between this one and a Samsung Evo. Those are a little more expensive. It wasn't that much more. I think this was $139 and maybe the Evos were about $150 when I was looking at this. I just felt better going with just the HP. So I'm going from a 128 to 1 terabyte. And then I already cloned it. I'll be taking, the SSD is in here. I already cloned it using this, I guess it's Rongdeson, external enclosure. I got this on Amazon at the bat. No problems. It took 16 minutes to clone the hard drive. I used Macrium. Let's see. It's free. You can download the free version. I'll put links to everything at the bottom. I'll put links to Amazon, but they're not Amazon affiliate. It's just regular. Go to Amazon and look at it and buy it if you want. But I downloaded Macrium after doing a lot of research on cloning software, and I just did it a couple days ago, so I'm still using the free version. But if this works properly, like I'm able to boot this up with the new hard drive or this SSD, I'll pay for the home version. I think it's Reflex 7, Macrium Reflex 7. And right now it's I think it's $34.98. So they have it on sale till December 1st, 2020. And then so that's the enclosure, and this is the case. You get a little screwdriver, and here's the other cord. This is what I used to hook it up, but you can also just hook it up to regular, like 2.0 USB 2, and it worked great. Everything got recognized. I was able to copy everything. Not a copy, I actually did a clone. Okay, and then I'm going to do the RAM as well. It came with 16, it can go to 32. I figured since I'm going to have it open, because this is the first time I'm opening it. I have not opened it before. But I figured since I'm going in, why not add the other 16 RAM, and then I'll be done. I won't have to go back in unless something stops working. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking the screws out. I think there's 8 all the way around the edge. So there's 8 of those. I'll take those out, and then I'll take, there's kind of a weird way you're supposed to kind of not shake, but shake, like open up open it up like this and eventually get the bottom off. So I'm going to go ahead and take the screws off and then get the bottom off so we can quickly change the hard drive and add the RAM. Okay, so I got all the screws out and now I'm lifting up, and you just have to release. There's little clips that go all the way along the edge. To be really careful, I don't want to. You'll see it's kind of like a cell phone, you know, like when you take off the cover. You have to just kind of pop out all those clips. And this is it looks kind of like a guitar pick. There's some tools. I got a kit. I have a regular computer kit that I use, but this one was a little bit better for a laptop. It has more plastic tools, you know, to get around the edge. And let's see, that's precision, well, it says precision screwdriver set, Lifegoo, Lifegoo, 122 pieces. That was $17.99 on Amazon, but it's got just about every tip you can imagine, and there's several picks. So that's what I'm using right now, and then had the screwdriver that I used to open up, or take out the screws, sorry. So I'm trying to be very careful because I'm honestly telling you this is the first time I've done this. I've got other computers that I've opened up, and you know, like towers and desktops. I open those up all the time. I've changed hard drives, RAM, but I'm trying to be really careful because I've only really worked on my Dell Inspiron. That one was, I still have it. It's real basic. I think it's maxed out at 2 gigs of RAM. And that one was a little tricky to open too. It wasn't even this easy. So I'll just go ahead and keep going around the edge, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got this off, and this worked the best. This worked especially toward the back because there's clips. Let me just, this is where it came off, just like this. There's clips all along here, little clips toward that clip under here, so you pretty much loosen everything around the edge just going along the edge. Sticking that in there, and it came off. Just, you have to do it very slowly because right here it's really tricky. You have to basically, once you get around this edge, which was easy, get into here. I didn't know how long it was going to take, so I didn't want to record that and have you guys sit there and go, oh, this is boring. So anyway, I'll go ahead and move that. Okay, so the RAM should be under here, and this is going to be, let me plug in I have an anti-static wrist strap. I've usually just used the anti-static wrist strap for years, but I did put on my Christmas wish list an anti-static mat, so we'll see if I'll be buying that for myself. So here's the 1 terabyte drive. I'm leaving that alone. Okay, so I am just going to be taking this out. And first, let me get this. I'm going to get this ready to go. So this is the, let me get the screwdriver that came with. Actually, I think I can use this. I'm going to take out, so right now I have the hard drive, not hard drive, I keep saying hard drive, it's an SSD. I'm going to have to use the screwdriver that came came with that, because the other one's a little too big. Okay, so we're going to take this out. And it basically looks like this little screw here is what's going to hold this. It's like a stick of gum, you know, like the bigger sticks of gum. Okay, so let me get this. Forgot how long. I don't know how long these are. Oh, there it goes. And I'm just going to put it there because I have the other screws for this in that little container. Okay. So this is the reverse process. If you're gonna, this plate comes off. So that's basically what I did when I put it in. Okay, so there's the HP SSD. It's held in with this screw, which is basically like this. So we're gonna be putting it upside down. Pop that out. Way. Oop. These fascinate me. I can't believe how much memory, I can't say memory, but how much space is on such a small stick. Because I remember back in when I had my first computer in the 80s, I think, gosh, I'm trying to think, the hard drive, well, the first one didn't even have a hard drive. Okay, so now we're going to let that out. See, here's I'm trying to remember, let's see, replace with HP spare. I'm not sure if this is a micron. Can't really tell, I'll look at it later, but that's 128. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in and see our gap. It's going to go right there. It's going to line up, pop in. Amazing. Okay. So tiny. Okay, so that's done. So I tighten it just, not super tight, but just tight enough where it's not going to pop out. And then, let's see here. Let's see here. Let me get this out of the package. So this is the 16 gigabytes, and this is the crucial. Let's see that. Okay, got this out of the package, and I had to, this has like a little bit of an and adhesive. So just pull that up, and I'm just going to hold that back. Okay. I'll go ahead and pop that in. So it just slides in where this lines up. And press down. Okay. So we should have 32. Okay, so I've got that in there, and then I'm just going to put this back right where it was. Blow it out some. And I'll go ahead, so we got the new hard drive in, got the RAM. I don't have to do anything else. So now, if everything goes as it should and the other drive boots up, then we should have this as a backup. This should be able to go into this. Should be able to go into this, and I'll have. I think I'll just keep it safe because it is the original hard drive. I don't want to write over it or anything. I think I'll just keep it as access it. I can still put it in here to access. If there's anything for some reason, it's like a backup basically from everything I've stored on it from the end of January 2018 until now. That over there. And then let me blow this, I'm going to blow this off too, just to get all the dust out. It's not too bad, actually. And I keep it covered too, so. Okay. Now it's a matter of just popping it all back into place. Over there. Keep everything out of the way. Okay. Should be fairly easy to pop back in place because every time I tried to lift it, it would pop back down, so it should be pretty easy to pop in. Down there. I think we're good. I think I got all of them. Let me see. Let's go around the edge. I think we're good. Okay, so go ahead and put the screws in and we'll start it up. Okay, so what I wanted to show more closely, I found it easier to start. This is the front, and I flipped it over. It seemed to work a lot better when I start in this corner because I tried it a few times. So underneath this corner, I was able to just push this in and then just run it along. In the corner. And then do the other side. All the way across. You can hear the clips popping out. See? They're popping out. and then do the back last. And then what HP recommends inside the manual is to, once you get the sides and the front off, is to stand it up so you can access these right here. It gives you a little more space. So if we open this up, we can see that there's, you can see there, can't tell if that's coming out, but we'll just stand it up, and these will pop out because it comes along here and down under there and along here. Just come along here. And you have to go very slow because you don't want to, see how it's lifting up already right there. And I think what might actually work well too, let me see, what I was doing earlier, grab another one of these picks, and place it and leave it right there, and then run the next one up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's the clips. You can see how those, I'm trying to show the raised, they're all raised. That goes all the way around. And then of course you can close it up again. And then we'll go ahead and pop it back on like a cell phone. You know, when you change the cover, you have to change the SIM card or the SD card, micro SD. Just pop it all back into place. And I think we got it all. Just want to double check back here. Oops, see, this is raised up. So we'll pop that down. I might have to open it up again. This way. Okay. Yeah, it looks okay. Don't see it going down any further. Yep, so that looks good. So then we just go in and put the screws back in. I always keep loose screws in a small container. And then this way I can tell which ones were these back ones. That's these right here. And then it goes all the way around. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put those back in, and we're done. Just double check them too to make sure that they're fairly tight. Not super tight, don't strip them out, but just give them an extra check to make sure we didn't miss anything. Hello. Okay. And is complete. Okay, let's power this up. That's a good sign. Oh, okay. Wow, that's good. Okay, move that up a little. There we go. All right, so I'll go ahead and sign in and make sure that the RAM is updated and the hard drive is updated. But this is good. If I sound surprised, I am. So basically, I gotta say that this Macrium Reflect, I'll put a link down below, but I think it was might have been macrium.com. But anyway, I'll put a link below. This worked really well. So when you clone the hard drive, like with the USB, you cannot boot from the USB. So the only way to find out if it's going to work is if you actually change the hard drive or the SSD and then boot it up. And if it starts up, and I mean, this is good. So I'll go ahead and let me log in. But yeah, Macrium Reflect, it is free to download. To get the full home version, it's right now it's $34.98. It's 50% off for their the Black Friday deal, 50% off. Everything's open, everything's there. So that's good. Okay, this looks good too. We're at let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, so we're at 952 gigabytes, so that's good. I'll check the RAM. Let me get over to that screen. Okay, so here we can see 32 gigabyte installed RAM. Okay, so this is the SSD, 128 gigabytes that came out of my OMEN 15. So I'm going to put it in this external case, and I'm just going to use it like a backup. I'm not going to write over this just in case something happens to the other one. This is my original SSD. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll go this way. I think I can go either way. Okay, so now I'll put the little... Oh, these things are so tiny. Okay. And then when I start up, well, I started up the OMEN, everything's working, but I think the test is going to be, I'll go out to Fortnite and see if that's working, because that takes up, it was taking up a lot of space on the other hard drive. Okay, so I screwed that back in together, and then we're going to line it up. It's going to line up right there. And it goes into these, there's two slots right there. Make sure it goes all the way in. It's going to come out at the back. And then we're going to line these holes up with these right here. Okay. Oh my goodness, these are tiny. Make sure I get that in there straight. There it goes. Okay, and then one more. Okay. And then I use the USB 3, but this kit, and I'll put a link to each of the items that I used. So this is, you could probably, I think, just USB 1 or 2. It'll be slower, of course, with USB 1, and then USB 3. There's a Thunderbolt on the back of my OMEN laptop, so that's what I plug this into. So I have this. This is, so it came with two. It came with both of these, the screwdriver and the case. Okay, so I'll plug that in and should be good to go. Okay, so the tools and computer or laptop I'm working with today. This is not, mine is not renewed. This is the only one they had listed out on Amazon, but this is the same OMEN 15. It's a 15-DC0030NR. That's the model that I have. This is what Amazon has out there listed as a renewed. Mine wasn't. Mine was brand new because I got it, you know, almost 3 years ago. And I love it. The only thing that bothered me was that the SSD was so small. So anyway, so that's what the laptop is. And I'm putting in the HP EX950 SSD. I paid about $139. It's right now Amazon doesn't have them, but they are available through some of their sellers. They'll probably restock, I would guess, but anyway, so I bought this in September, planning to do this, and I finally found a good price on the RAM, so that's why I just now decided to do this. Here's the RAM. You can see I just got that. So this is Crucial, 16 gigabyte, and I double checked that it would fit this laptop, so it works perfectly. Okay, so yeah, we're just recapping. And then we've got, this is the tools that I used. This is magnetic. You can put your screws on there. I just preferred to use this, but this you can, you know, put your screws on there. But it has, you know, the picks. These worked great. This is what I usually prefer to use. And then you flip this over, and you've got other prying tools. You've got this, the screwdriver, and then this one goes back over here. Put this back in the top corner. Okay, so that's it for those supplies. Oh, okay, and this is the case that I put, the external case. I put the HP SSD in so I could clone it. And this was $23.95, and then again I'll reiterate, that's the software Macrium Reflect. It's wonderful. It's in fact, I am cloning my other hard drive on my main primary PC. I'm cloning that right now. It's a 750 gigabyte that I'm cloning to a 1 terabyte. So it's taking a little bit longer. This drive was 16 minutes. Super fast. Mainly because 118 gigabytes that was on the original. It was 128, but 118 usable. You know, it's not very big. So anyway, this site I highly recommend. It is a free download. You can also upgrade to Macrium Reflex 7 for the home version. Right now it's $34.98 until December 1st. So that is quickly coming up. So that is it. This worked out really, really good. I can't believe how easy it was. The hardest part is carefully getting that bottom part off. You just have to do it very slow, and I recommend the plastic pry tools and the picks. Those work the best. Don't use a metal screwdriver or paper clip or whatever some people use. And this was a nice, really nice kit, $17.99. Yeah, it was $17.99. And I literally just got this, just a couple days ago. So this was a really nice purchase as well. Okay, so that should do it. On to the next project.